Alright, fishy folks, this is the 70-gallon I got for 10 bucks. This plastic was broken, so I epoxied it, and I'm just using tape to hold it. And it was also broken there, of course. And it's broken down there, so I'll flip it and fix it. Not really worried about the top seam so much. It hasn't had water in it in, I think, about 6 months, so I'm going to check the seams, clean it before I put any fish in it. But just want to show you, it came pre-drilled, 1 3/4 inch hole. I don't have a bulkhead. A bulkhead for that is, I don't know, $6, $7. I went to Home Depot. This is a 1 1/4 male adapter, 1 1/4 female adapter, and some rubber gasket material. So this was $5, but there's 2 sheets in there, 3 sheets in there, maybe 2 sheets in there, and I could probably get, I don't know, what, 9 out of each sheet gaskets. These 2 pieces were less than $3, so for like $3.50 I have a bulkhead. So basically the way it works is this is going to go on the inside with a gasket here and Teflon tape, and this is going to go on the outside. We don't need a gasket on the outside because we're only trying to keep water out, or water in, not out. And then I'm going to go down to 3/4 and then 3/4 to half for the drain, which will drain back to the tank. You know what? Actually, it's going to be a 3/4 hard pipe back to the tank, and this will be in the tank, and this will be basically my standpipe all the way up to the top. The Oscars are going to go in here, so I think it's a pretty good tank for the Oscar. It's 18 inches wide, which is nice. It's kind of low. They're doing fine up there. I mean, they get plenty of fresh water. They swim around. They've probably doubled in size since I put them up there from when they were down here. But that's that. All right, that's my homemade bulkhead. Any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. If you haven't already done so, you should subscribe and tell all your friends. Have a great Memorial Day, people. Well, we got the tank up there. I did epoxy the plastics, but they broke when we moved it because I didn't have a very good helper. But there's another problem, which I thought I had figured out, but I really didn't, I guess. See the hole for the drain that was pre-drilled? Yeah, it's blocked by that cinder block. So the options I have, I could put another cinder block like this up here, but then that tank really would be too high. I kind of like this height. I actually really like this tank. What I think I'm going to do is replace this block with that style. I have to measure. I think they're the same height, and that'll really just take care of my problem. So as long as they're the same height, that's what I'm going to do. So I think I'm on my way to Lowe's. Have a great day, but I'll be back. All right, I was right. I knew they were the same height. I don't even know why I said I have to make sure. But so now you can see the hole is clear, and it's actually clear from the tank beneath it. So what I think I'm going to do is use my homemade bulkhead. What I want to do is put the bulkhead in there and put water in there and make sure it doesn't leak out, you know, the rubber seal that I made. And if it does not, I'm going to fill it maybe halfway and make sure none of the bottom seals leak. I do have to fix this again and this again. I may just end up buying new ones, but I'm not really sure. This looks like it was a show tank or a tank, you know, in a store somewhere. And it's got this like trim that you could put little signs in. I don't know. Like I said before, I like the size of the tank. The price was fantastic. Even if I buy plastics, they're what, $15, $20 each. Still a good deal. But I'm probably gonna just epoxy them and go from there. I'll show you when it's done. Okay, version 1 didn't work. The hole wasn't big enough, and when I stretched it over the threads, it started to rip. So as I took it off to check it, it ripped. No problem. Version 2, I cut a little bit more precise using a razor blade, but this edge wasn't wide enough and it leaked. It was just a drip. I tightened it as tight as I could. So I decided to make another one, and you can see how the rubber protrudes past the lip, the shoulder of the male adapter on the inside, and it is not leaking. Say hi. Say hi, Lucas.
Hi.
That's Lucas. All right, gonna fill it up now. Okay, we're back a couple hours later. Had to take my oldest son to a friend's house for a party. Of course, had to go to the hardware store, Lowe's, to pick up some more PVC parts. So let's see what I did. We have the do-it-yourself bulkhead all good. Then we go from a 1 1/4 to 3/4 bushing, 3/4 pipe, 3/4 coupler with the screen on top. Down here we got interesting female adapter. This should be in more, but I couldn't get it up anymore. Elbow union so I can separate it, so I can take it apart. Then I put a T in there with a ball valve on both sides. And I know that I'm going to drain the hell out of this tank because it's been sitting outside, so I'm just going to drain right into my sump well. I mean, the ball valve was what, $2.50-ish, and another $2 or $3 in PVC parts. Basically, for like $6 or $7, I made a drain, so I'm not, you know, worrying about the hose and the siphon all the way back to the sink over there, or even to right here. And this way, I can plumb more stuff if I need to. But either way, not a big deal. You know, if something happens in this tank, it's 70 gallons, it's off in the middle of nowhere, it's just easier for me. Then I plumb the fill. I put a T here with an extra piece and a coupler. If I need to support it, I can support it on this side, and if I ever expand this way, I probably will need a stronger pump or bigger pipe. But you know, if I decide to attach this one to the system, which I can do because it is high enough, I can do that. But the plan is for this to be a QT tank, so I just figured I had that piece actually made and lying around, so you know, for another 50 cents, it was no big deal. Now, over here, behind the system, I essentially plumbed the drain right into that elbow right there, as you can see. I put it, you know, kind of cocked a little bit so that the pressure of it moving, you know, trying to go this way is going to keep it down in the hole. So we're going to let that tank probably sit another couple hours to make sure that epoxy dries. Probably after dinner, maybe just before the lights go out down here, I'll fill it some more. And then tomorrow I'll fill it all the way and really wash it and drain it and wash it and drain it and blah blah blah. So that's the update on the new tank. Have a great day, guys.